comedy on 3 different continents. He recently shot a show for B.E.T. His comedy has been on ESPN and Nickelodeon. He's a former All-American football player for the USC Gamecocks. I don't know how I feel about that. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Mr. Marty Simpson.
Great job, man. Great set.
We all definitely thought I was going to be black, right? That's on you, Charlotte. That's not on me. That's on you. I played for the University of South Carolina Gamecocks. Sounded like there was at least... I played from 1991 to 95. I started 44 games. We won like 5 of them. It was, I need you to back that down a notch, okay? That's a little early in my set to be where you are right now. And that is, I'm just gonna box her out for the first 2 jokes if that's okay. Keep her off the backboard. No, I played. I wasn't a real player. I was just a kicker and punter. But yeah, don't sympathy clap. Don't clap for that. God knows your heart. I'm just saying. But we had a sign in the locker room of Williams-Brice Stadium, a big cityscape like blunt view of Williams-Brice Stadium, just like this. And above it said, "The best play here." And I was like, man, that is so true. Like Alabama plays there, Florida plays there, Tennessee in the 90s played there. That was a good sign, man. That was a good sign. I was the head football coach and drama instructor at a high school for 10 years. Yeah, that did not work out. That is, every fall I just acted like the football coach. There was a conservative Christian school in the Bible Belt in South Carolina. What are you allowed to say to those kids at halftime when they're getting their butts kicked? You boys need to get back out there and turn the other cheek. It was a Protestant school, not a Catholic school, so they wouldn't let me run a Hail Mary. I had to run a Bless Billy Graham, which just isn't as effective. I couldn't get my running back to fake a handoff because he's like, my dad said that's technically lying. So I was like, will you tell your dad that we are not going to make the playoffs? He needs to be emotionally prepared for that. I used to have my 11 players on the field. When the injury cart would come out and tend to the opponent, to hit a knee and pray for the injured player of the other team. Because I thought as a Christian school, we should show them that we were willing to pretend like we cared about them. Dear Lord, just lift up the other team's best running back to you and help him get all the way better, Lord, tomorrow, because he is killing us off tackle, Jesus, and I believe it's your will that we make the playoffs. And you said, Lord, where 2 or more are gathered. And delusional Christian parents want to have a little parent-coach meeting and tell me I'm showing favoritism because I'm not playing their kid at wide receiver because I didn't like their kid personally. And I would tell all those rich private school parents the same thing. You're right. I don't like your son. No one at our school does. But that has nothing to do with it. I don't like the little twerp that is playing wide receiver. But guess what? He can catch. Why don't you come to practice every now and then and watch us bounce the ball off your kid's head a few times? And then maybe you'd understand what God's plan for your son's life is. The only reason your kid is still on the team is because my school doesn't let me cut anybody during tryouts. They said it's not biblically right to cut a player from the team if he's always tried his hardest, always had a good attitude, and always been on time with his $26,000 tuition payment. WWJD, what would Jesus do? Jesus would definitely cut your son from this team. To spare the rest of us the suffering of watching him play. I think your son would glorify God more from the band. I got nothing against the band. I was the high school drama teacher. I put on the school musicals. I wrote the school's fight song that the band played every time we scored, like 4 times a year.